Hey Ron, how do you like your eggs?
What kind of question's that, you dingbat? It's gotta be scrambled, mate.
Hey Ricky, how do you like your eggs?
You really had to ask? Man, it's gotta be scrambled. Man, I love scrambled so much, I'll pre-scramble that shit before I throw it in the pan. That make no sense? Of course it don't. Ladies and gentlemen, my bird's nest and I are back with another one for you, which might surprise some of you after what I did last week. If you haven't seen my last video, then check the link in the description and you'll see what you've been missing out on and what all the fuss is about. Now, if you've been looking for a way to whip up eggs that's even easier and just all around more betterer than scrambling them, then you've come to the right place. Now, given that you're watching Unplugged and Unhinged, we're not going to be using that thing over there. So today we're going to be running through 5 different ways that we can eat eggs without cooking them. And then at the end we'll go through some eggs from a couple of different birds, just for something different. Now, I don't think I'm alone in saying that, as a teenage, impressionable young man, I thought Rocky looked like an absolute mad dog, chugging back those jugs full of eggs. And that's basically what we're going to be doing in the first one. Just maybe not so many. So first things first, get your little bowl of eggs ready. I usually go through about 60 to 70 per week. So this is about half a week's supply right here. May differ for you. Get yourself a mason jar. These things work an absolute treat for a lot of things. Egg, crack, knock it back. You probably noticed I didn't gulp the egg down. I don't really like to gulp anything. I prefer to, chew it up. Plus, the yolk's the best part, so it's a win-win right there. So how many times has someone ever told you to suck eggs? As in like an insult? Well, I actually had someone say that to me and it sort of floored me for a little bit, and then I realized, hang on a minute, I actually do that. So introducing method number 2, sucking eggs. No jar needed for this one. Bring a plate over. Grab the egg, bit of cutlery, doesn't matter if it's a knife, could be a spoon, fork, whatever. Peel the top off. As you can see, nice and raw inside. See, nothing inside. Now, the reason I have to tap the backside of it is because the air pressure holds the egg inside. So unless the hole you make at the top is big enough, it's not going to trickle out. But if the hole at the top is big enough, you're going to make a mess everywhere, and you don't want that. Now, method number 3 is actually an extension of number 2. And you might have noticed that I was actually fibbing when I said there was nothing inside the egg, because there's still one more little bit in the egg, which there's nothing wrong with, putting that away as well. So let's run through that one now, shall we? What we're going to be doing here is taking the membrane out of the eggshell, eating it. So peel away the bits that don't have any membrane connected to them. Just gently in there, and then delicately pull the membrane out. There we go. So while we're at it, might as well put this one away as well. Ain't no candy. I feel it's important to point out that eating the membrane is absolutely superb for your joints. But the thing is, it's got to be raw. If you try doing that cooked, you're not going to get the same benefits out of it. And if you do try it, be prepared for chewiness, is all I'll say. So now, on the off chance that someone tells you to go and suck some eggs, you can tell them, fuck yeah, I'm down with that, right? So now, we're up to method number 4 and one of my favorites. So imagine yourself in this totally hypothetical scenario. You're driving down the freeway in the morning on the way to work, you've got a bowl of porridge sitting on your lap, you've got your laptop off to the side there for your emails, you've got the newspaper sitting under the porridge, you've got your phone mounted up on the dash so that you can read and reply to all incoming texts. The only reason your dog isn't sitting on your lap is because you wanted to eat some breakfast. And meanwhile, on top of all that, you've just had to put down the electric shaver so that you could tend to what was cooking in the easy bake oven connected up to your cigarette lighter. As a truck driver, I feel you there. No, I really do. I know your time's important to you. And sometimes it's just a bit much to ask someone to, do something pointless like pay attention to the road while they're driving instead of, doing all this other really important stuff, So what happens if, you hear the ding, easy bake oven's done, you finished the bowl of porridge already, you fended the dog away, and now you feel like having an egg. Well, the quickest way to do it would be the second way that we talked about. But you need 2 hands for that. What happens if you only have 1? Well, the solution's pretty simple. You just do this. So now nothing goes to waste. You get the insides of the egg, the white and the yolk. You get the membrane and the shell. Woo! On a serious note though, word of caution for that last one, do not be like a duck. You must chew, because otherwise the shell will just rip your throat up. Now, just to prove that you didn't imagine what just happened, I'll do it again.
Now we're actually back out in my backyard for this next bit because I'm about to try something that I've never done before. So I'm actually a little bit nervous about it. I got no idea how it's going to go. Now if you go digging in the suburb where I live, it's actually well known for having a lot of volcanic rock in the ground. And today we're going to be digging for something different. I just hope that I can find it. There we go. Just dug some eggs out of the ground in Northcote. So I planted 6 eggs on the 17th of October, and a couple of them didn't end up so well, so they've been discarded, but we'll see how these ones go here. There we go. Oh. Here's the first one. There's one thing I've never been able to stomach, it's the thought of high eggs, or the rotten eggs. So we'll see how this goes here. Might have to pinch my nose. side note, this is known to be the most potent aphrodisiac in the world. So I don't know if doing this whilst a single man was the best idea, but I guess we'll find out how it all goes.
Okay, so we're back in the kitchen. Long story short, a little bit of the egg got on me, so I absolutely reeked and I had to have a shower. So here we are. And kind of like last week, right now I feel it's a funny sort of combination between like blissful and focused. I don't know if it's like a little high or a little down, it's nice. And I will say this, I can tell it's gonna suck not having a missus right now.